You want to do any kind of, no, I don't want to do any substance at all. Has nothing to do with this level of addictiveness, its danger level. I just don't want to get on any other substance. You understand? None. The one thing, like I said, there's a phrase. It's called pick your poison, correct? It's like you got to choose the one thing in life that you're going to do that you know is bad for you. And as long as you do it in moderation, you're okay. I drink in moderation, so I'm okay. And that's the thing that I like to do, and that's it. So enough with your LARPing.
All right, before we get on to the main part of the video, I want to cover this real quick. Let's watch.
Someone tipped $1 and says edibles and weed. Okay, I want you to understand something. All right, I do. I feel like I need to speak up about something.
For those who don't know, he said he tried weed in the past and it made him puke. Weed does not make you puke. You're an idiot.
Okay? You understand that recreational drugs are still drugs. You get that, right? It's still a drug. Now, it might be a safe drug in certain extents or whatever. It's still
This coming from the alcoholic.
a drug, okay? There's a difference between saying, hey, try a piece of food versus, hey, actually put drugs into your 43-year-old body, all right?
And yet, Cheech and Chong, you know who they are? Especially Tommy Chong? Probably what, their 70s and still smoking weed? But guys, that's a drug. Yeah, it's weed. It's not that big a deal.
Age that I'm at, my middle age, I have to do things that aren't harmful to my body. Why do you think I've completely changed my lifestyle, my diet? How do you think I lost all?
Changed your diet? You're constantly eating fast food, and not just on stream. Remember when you ordered the snack burgers from Wendy's at midnight because you were hungry? Because you eat dinner at 4 o'clock in the afternoon your time? Maybe if you didn't eat dinner at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, you wouldn't be hungry for Wendy's snack burgers. Jackass.
All this weight by doing harmful things to my body? No. Okay? Absolutely not. Sitting around eating edibles, taking THC is the worst thing I could do for myself right now.
It'd actually probably be one of the better things you could do. Oh no, guys, I'm mellowed out. I feel calm. I feel better, guys. Yeah, that'd be so much worse than getting drunk. I'm sure.
At this stage in my life, I also have absolutely no desire to get myself into some kind of a controlled substance like that.
Alcohol. You're an alcoholic.
All right. That now it could become addictive. It could become something that's detrimental to my life. And quite frankly, I don't appreciate you trying to pressure me into it. I'm not saying
Don't peer pressure me, guys. Stop trying to peer pressure me. I don't want to join the cool kids club.
that that's what you meant by it. But so many people take it as like something as a joke or casual. It's not. You do understand that when you get into shit like that, you could actually be changing your entire life, right?
Just say no to drugs is completely... Well, then again, he was born and raised in the 80s and never left it. He's never left the 80s. You know why he doesn't wear glasses? Because nerds get beat up for wearing glasses. Yeah, back in the 80s. Guys, I watch this movie, so that's how I base my life off everything. Yeah, you base your life off a movie from the 80s. That's how the house was supposed to be. The man works and the wife cleans, just like in the movies I watched in the 80s. Yeah, he's never grown up from that. It's absolutely fucking pathetic. But now, onto the rest of the video. Hello, and welcome to James, the Lesser Express Lane, where we get you in and out as fast as possible with... Guys, my parents are dying. Until they aren't. But then they're dying again. But now they're not. Remember, Daddy sent him a picture of the fish he was catching. So his dad in such good health, he's able to go out and go fishing, but he's on his deathbed. Why does that not make any sense? Anyways, let's watch.
It's sad when your parents get older and they're just not like they used to. Like, no exaggeration, it sucks. I haven't seen my parents since 2019.
That is your fault. You make your own schedule.
The idea was I moved out here in 2014, and my parents were going to visit once a year or maybe once every other year, okay? That was the whole point. Because I told them outright, I said, I want you guys to understand.
But when they did come out there to see you, you made them stay in a hotel. Big ass condo, multiple bedrooms. You made them stay in a hotel room, jackass.
And something. I don't want to go back to Connecticut. You know what I mean? Like, there's nothing really there. There's a zoo, and there's Italian food, and that's it. Like, if they come,
His parents are not enough reason to go back to Connecticut. He cannot go to Connecticut for a week to visit his parents because they're not worth it. The zoo, the food, maybe. His parents, no.
here, there's stuff to do, right? When you come to Seattle, there's all kinds of fun things. There's restaurants. There's all kinds of tourism.
Restaurants, again, food.
There's things to do here. For me to visit them in Connecticut, there's fucking nothing going on. It's boring. Okay.
Except that's where your parents are. Mr. God, my parents are dying. They're on death's door. They can't fly out here. Well, then fly out to see them.
Okay. And it's expensive too. So that was the idea, is that they were going to come visit me
Read.
maybe every year, every other year. You know what I'm saying? And then what ended up happening was
They flew out once. You made them sleep in a hotel room. Jackass. You notice that nose twitch? That was kind of weird.
basically they visited that first year for Christmas. And then they visited in the summer of 2016. And then everything fell apart. My aunt got ill. And so my parents had to basically be taking care of her constantly. She eventually passed away. Then their health both turned for the worse.
But again, his dad's going fishing. His dad's going out and doing stuff outdoors. His dad's healthy enough to go hiking to the fishing spot, but not healthy enough to sit on an airplane.
To the point where they can't travel. They basically are kind of like, not that they're completely homebound, but they can't really
You mean like Cat is?
do much. They can't, they outright told me there's no way we could fly out there. You know what I mean? To spend time with you. We just can't. So, you know, it's life. And I was like, damn, the whole plan fell apart from the get go. You know, we were planning on this, just within 2 years, the whole thing stopped. So, you know, sucks. What can you do? Right. But I hear you. And it's not just them too. I have other relatives and other friends and things that I hear about all the time. It's like, damn, this person passed away.
Friends? What friends? Are you talking about T again?
Passed away? That's insane. They were, you know, young. They were vibrant. They were healthy. How did this person pass away out of nowhere? The older you get, the more this stuff hits you. And the more it hits you, the more you realize what's actually important in life.
Is sitting in your condo crying and begging for money. We know. But that DoorDash and gin ain't gonna pay for itself.
And that's when you mature up and you stop being an asshole.
And yet you're still an asshole.
At least for me, that's exactly what happened. Like, I outright admit, when I was younger, I was an immature asshole.
You still are an immature asshole.
I was a troll. I was a jerk. I said and did irresponsible things. I didn't really give a fuck. And then as I got older and I realized I have limited time on this planet and I have limited time to spend with people on this planet, and there's people who are very near and dear to me.
That you refuse to see. You refuse to go see your parents. And you know what you could do? So you can keep making money and maybe not pay for a hotel or not hotel, but pay for flight costs because your wife probably take up 2 seats you had to pay for. You know what you can do? Drive. You have what, 30,000 miles on that Toyota? Put some mileage on it. Drive across the country. Do a cross country tour. Be like, all right, guys, here we are near the Grand Canyon. Okay, guys, here we're at Yosemite. Okay, guys, here we are at St. Louis to see the Arch. Okay, guys, here in Chicago, we're gonna go visit the area where they used to film ER. All right, guys, we're in, I would say Toledo, but go to Toledo, go see a Walla game or a Mudhens game. All right, guys, we're in Cleveland. We're gonna go to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame near here. All right, guys, we're in Pittsburgh. We're gonna go down and check this out. All right, guys, we're in wherever. You could do that. Nope. Can't do that, guys.
Who I may not be able to see or do stuff with much longer. Things hit me like a ton of bricks. I think it's time to change my life. It's time to change who I am as a person, as a creator. It's time to, you know, do things better for myself, for my family, and to basically not be an irresponsible douchebag only out for myself for the rest of my life.
But you are a douchebag out for only yourself in your WWE Champions addiction.
And a lot of people, I think, will come to that realization when they hit a certain age. For me, it was like the last 7 years of my life that basically this has happened. I was like, oh shit. But for a lot of people, it's just different things that happen, right? Different things that hit them or whatever. But I also feel like that's why a lot of people on the internet don't have that level of self-awareness or that level of maturity because they just not in that situation right now.
DSP, a 10-year-old is more mature than you are.
Maybe if they were, all of a sudden their attitudes would change. But, for me, I literally could not be someone who would be okay making a living being a disgusting, nasty person.
But that is how you make a living. That is literally what you do. All right, guys. We only got 2 hours to go, and we're only at $73, guys. We're not even at halfway towards the goal. What the fuck's wrong with you assholes? Give me money. That is what you do. Multiple times a day. Every day. DSP, this is what you fucking do. This is what you fucking are.
To people all day, every day. Like, I just couldn't do it. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want, I could never live with constant drama, internet bullying. I couldn't do it. Every once in a while, you want to joke around or whatever, but for me to do that seriously, it actually would hurt me.
And yet you went after Review Tech USA multiple times. You tried going after Kino after you broke off with them, and that went nowhere because they are bigger and better than you are.
Inside, knowing, what I know about the human condition. So.
But you're not a human. You're a pig roach piece of shit.
And call me different than others, I guess that's fine. But
you're an asshole. What an asshole. Yes, he's an asshole. ASSHOLE, everybody. DSP, you are the world's biggest piece of shit. With that, I'm going to let you go. Thank you for watching. As always, like, subscribe, comment down below, and have one hell of a day.